Hey, welcome to Chrysalis Invictus Tarot. Today I have for you a reading, just a general reading for Taurus season. So what we need to know about life, love, career, whatever comes up. I'm just going to pull some oracle cards, some tarot cards, and see what they have to say. I'm going to start with Oracle. I love these oracle cards. They are the spirit animal wisdom cards. They're so incredibly beautiful. You'll see. If you want me to shuffle on camera, I can do that. So I hope you guys are well. We're calling in any ancestors, entities, energies, guides. Whenever I start saying that, cards pop out. Who want to be present with us today to bring in messages that align with our highest good, our greatest good. When I said ancestors, eagle pops out. Ancestral healing. Your ancestors are holding space for you to heal your past. I'm hearing something about blind rage. That there's this this current that comes up from underneath you at times. And there's a tendency to fly above it or to avoid it or to distract from it. But this is a time, Taurus season is going to be a time for you to really interact with this feeling. So you won't be able to avoid it if you try. So maybe let's get some information about what this could be and how you can navigate it. So 2 cards are popping out right off the bat. We have the Chariot reversed and Justice. Okay, so for some of you, there's something legal that's kind of been legal or official, some kind of paperwork or, this could be something like a divorce, custody, something pertaining to paperwork, not to belabor it, has really been stuck, and it's kept you in this place of unknowing, where you can't really make a decision one way or another because you don't know. There hasn't been an official word on it. And so you're eager to get places, you're eager to understand where to go. But you're not getting any answers. And I don't think that's going to change through this Taurus season. I think that this is something that is going to be ongoing. So the advice here is to stay grounded. So to view this as a pause rather than being stuck, for instance. We do have Cancer and Libra represented here, so that could be relevant as well. Actually, the moon, I believe. When is the moon in Libra? Just a moment. Okay, yes. So the full moon in Libra is coming up. And there's some kind of unmasking, there's some kind of truth, and you're like cutting your hands on it. Just holding on to it so tightly. And I think it's time to loosen your grip. So it's not that this situation won't be present in your life, but you're loosening your grip on it. You're allowing it to pass. Some clarity may come in on the full moon, which is not too far away if you're watching this when I'm releasing it. Yeah, this truth, this untruth. You know, if someone is getting away with something, this legal process or this paperwork is not going to allow them to get away with it. So there is this, on the flip side, if there is something that is to work in your favor, I do see that happening for you, that you get away with having some different options from this situation. So there's a certain clearance that can come in from this. It depends on the will of the person involved. All right, so let's see what else is going on for you in your life through this Taurus season. And if this isn't resonating for you, then this probably isn't for you. So feel free to try a different video or a different channel. Lots of great readers here on YouTube. I was thinking of linking my favorite readers. Let me know if you think that would be something you'd be into. The Two of Swords. Yeah. I was so focused on this Two of Swords, of you getting away. There's clearance into the space of, there's something that you are sitting on. There's a choice or decision that needs to be made that you are going to sit on. It is not yet time to make this decision. Taurus is a time to sit with this decision. So we're not making choices, but we are going inward. There's a very intuitive nature to Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So it could be that you find a way to connect with your body. Note how you are defensive and where you are not defensive enough, or where do you go on the offense? Where do you go on the defense? Noting that about yourself. And there's this intersection of ideas. There's an intersection of what is home for some of you. This is a question that's coming up that you may not get an answer to through Taurus season. But embodied experiences, so experiencing through sensuality, through movement potentially. This is a great time to, take your questions to your yoga mat and see if, by the end of your practice you have answers. And if you didn't know, I am also a yoga and meditation teacher, so all of my information is linked in the description box below. I have different offerings and classes, and I would love to meet you and see you there. They're all on Zoom, Eastern Standard Time. I can record them for you though. So we have the Ten of Wands, came out reversed here. This is really going to feel actually easy to sit with these things in a way that it hasn't before. So, maybe sometimes you have a hard time not acting, but I feel like there's a certain amount of calm to this. It's like being able to wait in line. If you've ever had those times where you're just kind of, you have the full day, and so you don't put some sort of false deadline on when you need to be home. You just kind of let the day unfold. I really feel that happening for you through Taurus season. And just waiting for this last wand to come in. There's just some information. There's just something that isn't available yet. Through the Taurus season. 3 a.m. Yeah, I think that while you're sitting with these sorts of choices and decisions, there's a lot here to do with being tormented by your thoughts, feeling stuck, feeling conflicted, feeling that there are these choices, but you don't yet have that information. So this is really guiding you. I feel like I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but this is what's coming in. You're very much guided to be okay with that, I guess you could say. The ancestors are working through you. This is a very grounded, embodied kind of experience. Really connecting with the earth, that's going to clear away these anxious thoughts and movement. Make sure you're moving every day. Make sure that you are, at least taking a walk or stretching your body, or some kind of movement is going to clear your head a bit. And creating things. So tactile experiences, or caring for your body in some way, that's really going to help. But when if you have, if your thoughts are loud, these are the things that you can do. Because this is not going to resolve itself just yet. And so it's the best you can do is what am I trying to say? Cope, or find ways to even enjoy yourself through this resting period. I'm going to get some more advice about this situation. Destiny. Yeah, there's divine timing involved. There's just there's a piece that's missing that you cannot force. You cannot make it fit, So it says, it is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. And I really do feel like this time is going to pass either way. So you can choose to let it pass and be tormented by what you cannot control, or you can stay in that grounded space, embodied, doing things to really care for your environment. So care for your home. Adorn yourself with beautiful things. Your thoughts are going to be a struggle. Or your thoughts are going to look like a struggle, but it's actually going to be easier for you to sit with than you might think. So that's a really positive thing. Ancestors are holding space for you to heal your past. So yeah, it could be, that this situation, this legal situation, or this paperwork situation, or whatever situation you're in, is reflective of the past. And when you go into the realm of the thoughts, or when you let that kind of rule, your thoughts are like, it's going to happen again, it's going to happen again, it's going to happen again. And this is just about tapping out, coming into that like blindfolded space, coming into the body, and really letting the body's intuition guide you on this. Daffodil, which is so perfect because they're out right now. Rebirth and new beginnings. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. But this feels like a stage of grief where you have like the acceptance stage, if there is some grief there. Okay, so let's move on to love. What do we have going on? Ooh. Let me just clear the cards. What do we have going on for love in this Taurus season? So I'm thinking of next week, I'm going to start doing the daily oracle uploads. I'm not sure if it's going to be pick a pile or just one card, but I'm going to be doing that. As well, if you have any requests, leave them down below for pick a card readings and that kind of thing, or just general readings, a theme, a question that you would like me to focus on. So I'm going to get an oracle card first for this as well. Okay, so let's see. I'm sorry about my chair. It's very, very creaky. We actually only have 2 chairs in my apartment that we use for 2 desks, a kitchen table, and this space. So we're always carting a chair somewhere around the apartment. And they're both creaky and not very good chairs, not very comfortable. So that's about my chairs. Let's ask about your love life. What's going on? Your love life in Taurus season. We have 2 cards, Lion and Bat. Okay, so obviously Leo energy coming up here, and it says honor and listen up. Okay, so immediately I'm getting that there are issues of pride and prideful communication. So it could be that someone's pride is wounded, or that someone is going to overcome their pride. We'll take a look a little bit more with the tarot cards, but let's see what this message is. Honor your soul and celebrate its journey. What is soulful about your connection? So if you are dating, this is a question to ask of the person that you're sitting across from. What is soulful about your connection? Now, if you're not looking for anything serious, obviously, you know, that's... you can still look for something soulful with someone, because I would argue that if you don't have a soulful connection with someone that's casual, it's going to be like eating cardboard for your spirit and for your mood and for everything. So, you know, and if you are in a relationship, what nourishes you about this connection? Rediscovering those things that made you fall in love with them in the first place, or maybe discovering new ones. So this is like kind of like being more watchful of your partner, or looking at them in different eyes. So I don't know how long ago this was. It doesn't even matter. But I know there's an idea out there that it's really helpful for partners if they see each other at work, because it's a foreign environment and like different, you get to see your partner doing what they're good at, and like, so it's like seeing your partner with new eyes, finding fresh new eyes, or having fresh new experiences with them. And then we have Bat, and I'm just really drawn to the fact that the bats are flying around the moon. So I feel like this has a lot to do with how you approach difficult subjects with each other. And having this refreshed awareness of them, looking at them with different eyes. So again, if you're single and you're dating and you're looking at someone, or you have a perspective, or you're just kind of in the beginning of things, looking at that person from a different perspective within yourself. So maybe you normally look at people with a certain criteria. This is about looking at them with a different kind of mindset. And then how you approach difficult subjects. So if you're dating, asking some of the questions that really get to the point. There are a lot of things that relationships that go longer than they should because we don't ask the right questions or get to the place that we need to get to. Are we aligned? Do we want the same things? And if not, how do you feel about that? How do I feel about that? This is the beginning of opening strong communication. And if you're in a relationship, this is about approaching some difficult subjects that may, so actually I'm getting that this isn't necessarily for romantic relationships. This is love in general. So this could be, like a friend or family member. But how do we approach this difficult subject? How do we, what have we been dancing around that we are now needing to address? And it says, listen up. You are working through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. So actually, this is one of the things where, sometimes people carry around these thoughts or ideas or impressions that are based on, more on past traumas or past experiences than they are on current situations or on misunderstandings. And so when we don't have this communication, those misunderstandings keep growing and building. And when you have that communication, sometimes you can just clear it away. It's like washing, it's like leaving. I do this all the time. I leave my pans. I don't wash my pans. I'll wash my dishes and I won't wash the pans, and then they're there for a long time. And then once you get to them, you have so much more work to do because, they've just been sitting there for a while, right? So don't let your pans sit. Or if your pans have been sitting, clean them, That's really what I'm seeing here. So let's take a look at what else we can look forward to in Taurus season in our love lives. Okay, the Empress. So love is gonna feel extra lovey right now. This is going to feel extra nurturing. This card is ruled by Venus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. There's this sense of comfort, of home, of beautiful sensual experience. And for some of you, this is someone coming in who embodies these features. So someone coming in into your life that is really going to feel nurturing, almost mothering, and that is not a gendered thing. There's some people out there who are very nurturing that do not identify as women. Okay. And aligned with our life lessons there's definitely some heartaches coming up, but we have this nourishing energy, so that while there's almost this fire at your feet, and I think it came out in the perfect spot, aligned with the bat and what we were talking about, that there are these misunderstandings. Maybe you thought it's this or this, but there's actually a third option. There's actually something else going on. And so it's about clearing up any issues of jealousy, any issues of insecurity. Those things may be heightened at this time, but they're heightened in order to clear them out. Wow. 10 of Cups. This is a season of feeling a lot of fulfillment, a lot of happiness, of really feeling grateful, taking stock. Okay. But I'm getting that there's some kind of And this is mostly, for those of you who are single. There could be a string or a series of sort of immature love offers coming in, or just half-baked kind of things. But just, if stay in this Empress energy, listen, have that perspective, come from that place of what is this doing for my soul? I really feel like you are going to see through this, but this feels like something that would prey on things like loneliness. And so maybe this is someone who comes in when you're feeling kind of lonely, and and you open the door a crack, and they let themselves in. I see you keeping the door shut for this person, or at least you're guided to keep the door shut for this person. Wow, such beautiful energy. So though we have this this heartbreak that's highlighted here, you have generosity and yeah, really just like an abundant, fulfilling, abundant and fulfilling interaction. So even if these interactions aren't serious, there is a lot more going on for you at a soul level. Like, if that makes sense, like they don't have to be a serious partner for it to feel this way. The Ten of Wands reversed again. Okay. Yeah, so there's just something with this heartbreak, with this page of, there's something that you have to wait and see. I don't feel like Taurus season is a time to really say anything with declarative certainty. It's more of a time to experience, to enjoy good food, to enjoy sensual experiences, to observe what feeds the soul, to not really engage with anything that doesn't feed the soul. And I think a lot of that is processing old hurts, old pains. So that's why we see this this Three of Swords, and you're getting ready to unburden yourself of these old patterns. So, when you come out of this, and when when you're cycling through, maybe you won't even open the door a crack, like that you will be in a whole other place next time around, and not even entertaining these kinds of things. Yeah, this is just someone who is very emotionally manipulative. They may make you feel bad for them, and you don't have space for that, just stay mindful, because you've got these 10 cups, and you don't want this person taking one of them. They'd probably take 9 of them if they could, and leave you with just yourself. That's the kind of person this is. So yeah, and yeah. So for those of you who are coupled up, there's an opportunity to reignite a youthful spark. So again, with looking at your partner with new eyes, this can bring in this new, fresh energy. There's also fertility here. So this is a great time to make babies. Ooh, a card fell out. But I'm going to finish my thought. So it's a great time to make babies. For those of you who are single, beware of the manipulative player who talks a good talk, okay? So he's going to be out and about. And I say he just because they are he's in these pictures, but it could very well be not a he. But yeah, it's this kind of like young, toxic masculinity, you know, like the guy who pops his collar. I'm dating myself now. No one pops their collar anymore, do they? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know. Oh my gosh, look. This is the card that popped out. This is what it wants to tell you. You are building, when you have this is such a beautiful month for love. This is such a beautiful month for building this family with the fertility. If you do not want to get pregnant, definitely use protection. Take precautions. Know your cycles. Know what's going on in that area, because this is a really fertile time. And you can think of that as being anything that you direct your love at is going to be fertile. So the same goes for this player energy. You can direct your love toward those people, but it's going to grow them and it's going to deplete you. And then you're starting another cycle over again. And this is really a time to heal these heartbreaks with this like abundant, fertile energy. All right, let's see. Let's get a few more cards of advice and then we'll move on to our career reading for Taurus season. I really enjoy this. Let me know how you feel about it. I'm going to, if you haven't noticed already, I've time-stamped the different sections so you can watch all of it or just the portion that you want to know about. Trumpet Gentian? Interesting. Power and healing. So it says to get what you love, you first have to be patient with what you have. Yes. So for those of you in a relationship, this is about, you know, that what you have already has the gifts that you need, or does it? Or does it? If you are not in something that feels like this 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, then this is a time of communicating, processing, and coming into that space and being very generous with your partner. Same goes for power and healing. So with this narcissistic type character here, a lot of it's going to be about power. There'd be a lot of games. There'd be a lot of, you know, they always want to be in control and have the upper hand. So just be aware if that is happening. Be patient with what you have. This is also a lot to do with self-acceptance, like feeling this Empress in yourself, feeling this Lion, what feeds your soul. It always comes back to that. What feeds your soul? And not what you think should feed your soul, not who you think you should be, you know, like, sometimes we choose partners because they match perfectly with a person we want to be, not the person we are. And White Rose, new start and wisdom. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. If I had to choose a card that isn't here, but that is very much present, it's the Ace of Cups. I really feel like this is all of the work that you have done to love yourself is really going to show itself in this month. So if you've been kind of feeling like self-love has been hard, but you know you've been working on it, you're really going to see the fruits of that labor this month. You're going to be able to enjoy loving yourself a little bit more. I know myself, even looking in the mirror today, I've been like, oh, you look pretty. And I like, oh, that's rare for me. So thank you, Taurus. Thank you, Taurus. Thank you, Taurus season. Dahlia, we have dignity. Yeah, you want to maintain your dignity in these situations. You want to have your dignity, your pride, but not to the point that it sacrifices this happiness that it makes you ungenerous or withholding from your partner or partners. A wise man has dignity without pride. A fool has pride without dignity. That's, I think, pretty much what I just said. So I'm going to leave it there for the love portion of this reading. It looks really wonderful. I'm really excited for us because I'm including myself in this, I'm assuming. I am part of the collective. I have to watch these videos back again, though, because I don't remember anything I say. So now we are going to take a look at career. I'm going to switch back to the Dreaming Way Tarot. So for career, for us, for Taurus season, what do we have going on? Career. Field mouse. So we may feel a little bit small in a big ocean, but we are focusing in on ourselves. This is a card of success. Success. We're asking about career and we pull success. How great is that? Believe in yourself and dare to dream big. Believe in yourself. There's that self-love, that Ace of Cups. If you've been watching all of the different segments of the video, if not, you may want to go back because there could be messages there. But if you've been watching all of them, success is, or self-love is huge. So what can we know about career for Taurus season? Okay, so we have the Four of Wands reversed. It may not feel entirely stable, so this success may come about in a very roundabout, loopy, sort of unexpected way. Again, it's sort of like feeling really small, and then all of a sudden something comes in to signify that you're actually quite big. There's alignment regardless of whether this is upright or reverse. So this alignment is something that is unexpected. And I feel like it comes in from someone who is maybe more advanced in your field or higher up, an opportunity from someone who, this could be your boss, someone who is very intelligent, very discerning, and they've had their eye on you for something. So this could be a promotion or a job opportunity that you didn't really see coming, but it comes out of a space of instability or feeling like you are feeling maybe even a bit scattered. Disharmony, like ununified isn't a word, but I don't know how else to say it. Oh, the King of Cups. There's something that is distinctively you. There's something about, I'm hearing brand. There's something about you that is a distinctive brand that maybe you can't see, that someone else has their eye on. And so there could actually be more than one person involved in this, because we have the two kings, the King of Swords and the King of Cups. This could also be you leveling up, having a new emotional strength toward your work. So if you struggle sometimes with like different coworkers or with different aspects of the emotional process of your business or your work, this could be coming into a new space, a new comfortable space, being the commander, the leader in your field or in your line of work, where you have like healthier thoughts and healthier feelings toward this work. So that's part of the success. That could be the success in total, is that you have this despite this this sort of chaotic energy over here. And we have the Two of Cups. So there's this partnership that's happening over here. For some of you, I really feel like you might be starting something with a romantic partner. or you break with a certain partner for another. But this feels very close. So it feels like whatever you're doing, you're keeping it very close and very intimate to yourself. And the Hangman reverse. Yeah, so if you watch the life video, there's this aspect where the suspension is coming to an end, but it's still almost not even bringing clarity. It's like you have to stay in unknowing for a period of time. Queen of Swords to the King of Swords. Something is balancing out. So maybe your leadership skills are taking on a whole new level of, it really feels like there's partnership. There's a missing component. There's a missing component to your career. It's like you guys have been so close to each other, like you're standing back to back, and the answer is so obvious once you've found it. They're the king to your queen. Like this is like work soulmate kind of stuff, but it could also be like finding work that feels like a soulmate, that feels like a calling. I'm going to take one more card and then pull some advice, some further advice, oracle advice, anything else that we need to know about career for Taurus season. Okay, so there will be something that you want to charge forward for, but it's like you're getting different pieces, you're gathering pieces, you're finding components, you're finding what the work is, but there may not be a ton of movement forward. Taurus season feels like rest in all of these things, and we're sort of resting in this space of love, we're resting in this space of home, of partnership. So we're coming home to things, but we're not necessarily moving forward with those things, not charging forward with our ideas. We're sitting with our ideas, we're playing with our ideas. This is a good time to like kind of workshop things or play around with. Let's say there's like a new tool, to play around with that tool and just have a sense of play about it rather than taking it too seriously. And just even with this person, it's just kind of knowing that they're there could be enough rather than like getting to work right away and working on things with them. Unanimity. Okay, if you watch my channel, you know that I cannot say this word, and it's like the only word in the English language I can't say. Unanimity. Unanimity. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying. Okay, and harmony. I don't understand. It makes me feel like crazy. If you knew me, like language is my thing and drives me crazy. Anyway, okay. So he who lives in harmony with himself, which this word creates disharmony with me, lives in harmony with the universe. So this harmony with yourself, I really feel is what's helping you navigate like anything that's uncertain, anything that feels incomplete. You're going to feel the success inside of yourself before the outside world reflects it, is really what I'm getting here. And finding that sort of missing component. So if you weren't sure what to move forward with or what to do, you're getting information, you're gathering information. I feel like you were gathering information in Aries, but there was more action involved. This is more sitting with the information that you already have. Cheerfulness. It is spring again. The earth is like a child that knows poems by heart. Yeah. So playing around with your craft, playing around with these tools, playing around with all of these things through this time. And then when you come into, whenever you get released to move forward after the Taurus season, whenever that may be, you'll have this behind you, but really not taking it too seriously. Violet, faithfulness and modesty. Modesty is a shining light that prepares the mind to receive knowledge and the heart for truth. Modesty. This is about that feeling small, but being okay with feeling small, being okay with being simultaneously unanimous. See, I can say unanimous. I can't say anyway. And comfortable with yourself and with your skills and your abilities. There's just a sitting inside of yourself that's going to feel really, really good in your job, in your work, your career at this time through Taurus season. So I'm going to leave it there for you. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope you enjoyed, and take care.